Hey all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good. Okay, so let me just tell you what we are going to do today. So if you have seen the roadmap that I had shared for the uh, integration, let me just show you. It's already featured in my profile. Sure. Okay. Okay, did I forget to feature it? Not sure. Okay, here. So, if you have seen, yeah, here it is. So, if you have seen the roadmap that I shared in my profile, that is start learning basics, REST, HTTP methods, inbound, authentication mastery, then proceed with outbound integrations, different methods, integration hub you can explore, then you can go out with. So, that's how I shared the roadmap. So, for now, we are already done with about these three steps. Okay, we have already completed the basics, HTTP methods, all are explored, REST is done, status codes, everything, input validation, documentation, implementation, authentication, testing, dynamic, and like everything is done. So these three are completely done. You can check out the playlist. It would be linked on the I button top right and also in the description and comment section, pinned comment. So yeah, as you can see that we are already done with these three, so I thought of releasing the part 1 of integration interview questions that I recently faced in the companies or have come to hear about. Okay, so these are generic questions first, and then I have shared some, yeah, some scenario based questions as well. So yeah, let's just go through with it. So what are the different types of integration supported in ServiceNow? You get a video explanation link here, which you can of course click it. For now, I'm just opening my LinkedIn and I'm showing you the documentation. Okay, or I should have let it be. Okay, yeah, so this is yeah, document to ace. Yeah, you can see in the document there is introduction to ServiceNow integration, types of integration, inbound. Yeah, I hope you are able to see better now. So yeah, inbound, outbound, middleware, file based. So basically there are two types of integration, and then these middleware, file based, database are used to implement inbound and outbound integrations. Okay, so you can see the full explanation that I have shared in this video about inbound and the how the methods in which we can implement the inbound integration. And okay, the difference between inbound and outbound integrations all is explained. You can check that. Okay, next question is what are REST and SOAP APIs? How do they differ? Again, for this, there's already I have shared a post. Okay, meanwhile that opens, let's go to the, okay, it's already open. Yeah, so I have also shared some interesting facts about the SOAP API over REST API. Unlike REST, SOAP API has built-in ACL enforcement. Legacy systems or many older enterprise application only use SOAP because of strict security. Uh, it has WSDL of its own. SOAP is slower than REST due to XML overhead. Yeah, WSDL SOAP doesn't. And here you can see the difference in the document that I have shared. There are the differences and like everything is documented, so you can refer that. Then what are the authentication mechanism? Again, let's refer. So basically there are two types of authentication mechanism that we usually use, okay, which are in ServiceNow, which are basic auth and OAuth. Okay, though it's the same, there is implementation video here, and here is the documentation which you can refer again, like how basic auth works, how auth works, and here you can see the whole documentation. Okay, and you can refer, there is difference also here, and you can refer the video for the complete implementation of the basic auth and auth. Now what all access is required for integration user in ServiceNow? Why should we use integration user? Okay, that I would like to that's actually already in this user access chapter here. Let me you. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, so I had created one REST user and one soap user. I think I had created. Wait, let me just see. Okay, yeah, this is the test user that I had created, and yeah, you can see the accesses that I had given: REST API Explorer, Export REST API, API Behavior. So basically, I gave one which was about the REST API, Export REST API, the REST API Explorer, and you can see these three are inherited from this one. So that's how. And for the soap one, let me just show you. You can actually check out those videos and get complete. Uh, yeah, I did create one. Okay, you can actually check out also those videos to see how and all they are working and all. Okay, so I have given it, I guess, soap access. Yeah, I have given it soap access, and this is inherited false. Another soap delete, create, etc, delete, everything is like it's inherited from the soap access. Okay, now let's proceed. How do you debug integration issues in ServiceNow? You can actually check out this documentation in my LinkedIn post that is in the comment section. How do you debug integration issues in ServiceNow? This is the endpoint URL, authentication credentials, like, yeah, all this. Of course, there is logs which you can put it and check it. Then what are REST messages? See. Like all these are generic interview questions which can be asked. If you mention integration in your resume, these are going to be asked like mandatorily. How do you give ways in inbound integration can be implemented? Again, you can check out the videos. Inbound integration basically implemented in REST. REST integration, there is a scripted REST, scripted SOAP, and there is inbound email actions. Then yeah, these methods you can use for inbound integrations, and then further there is this box, and also you can use that. What is the difference between put and patch? Again, documentation is covered here. Implementation is already shown in the video here, you can check out. So before you go for interview, you can check out these things. Yeah. uh, so this is the put, what is post, what is get, then there is whole script that I have shared. So yeah, and video contains the implementation. How do you configure SOAP integration in ServiceNow? Again, you can check the video. In here I have downloaded the whole SOAP UI and showed how the interface looks, and also shown the default methods. And this is the video for the scripted SOAP service. What is the difference between direct web services and import API? So direct web services directly creates the record in your target table. Like suppose you are using scripted REST services or scripted SOAP services directly, or directly table API, okay, then it will be directly created in the target table. But if you use import API and you select the import set table, then it will first sit in the import set table, and then it will go to your target record. And when it sits in the import set table, you have a chance to apply all the transform scripts and everything to modify the data and fit it to the standards of your instance, and then accept the data. So yeah, that is it. How do you handle input validation? Like this input validation is explained everywhere because it's a very important and everyday requirement. Okay, like you will not accept CIs which are not already existing in your system, because if you accept CI being a reference field, it will go ahead and create a new CI. So you don't want that. That is a part of input validation. Again, for user IDs it goes same. You are trying to fetch the incident records which are created by the user and user doesn't exist. So that whole you can check out. Actually, I have just given one video, but all of day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 up till means before SOAP input validation, and in fact in SOAP videos also, I guess in every video up till now, input validation is handled every video. So you get it 100%, rest assured. How do you handle large payloads? Of course, the methods I have given here: pagination, batch, mid server, schedule job, timeout settings. You can explore, you have Google on your hands, you can explore all these methods. But if you are speaking in an interview, you means try to give different solutions, try to give different solutions of a question, and then try to implement the best of it. Means of course the interviewer will question you on how this and how that. So, and most importantly is be crisp, be short and be crisp. Okay, what is endpoint? How can you show this in any inbound REST integration you might have done? I have explained it in the middle. Okay, let me just open any and show you here also. Uh, okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is the custom namespace that I have created, and this catalog was handled in last one. Let's check with incident because there's many in there. Okay. So it will be easier to explain with multiple examples at exposure. Sorry. Yeah. So you see, how is this endpoint? This is an endpoint. Okay, for our instance, if any third party is trying to insert data into our instance, means in inbound integration. Okay, so we will call this as endpoint. Now how this is generated, you, this is already very clear. This is your instance URL. URL. Now it is appended with API. This is the custom namespace which is generated when you create a new this record. Okay, scripted as service record. This is the namespace. This is your API definition. So when you give a name here, this API ID is auto populated. That is your API definition, and this caller is me. I have chosen. Okay, I have chosen this one. Okay, yeah. Oh, I guess. Okay, yeah, this one. Get active incidents by. Okay, so in the relative path, I have given caller is me, and it will give me get active incidents by logged in user. Okay, so basically, I am checking for incidents here where caller is the logged in user. Hmm. Yeah, so caller is me is the relative path that I have added, and that is coming up here. Okay, and this is the name, get active incidents get, and get is the HTTP method. So that's how endpoint is created, and it's explained in this video also in the middle. Like this is catalog video, I think, and in there also have explained how the URL came. How do you use JSON stringify and JSON parse? I know this is kind of simple question, but people do ask because in even in the community and even in many posts I have seen people being confused between means when to use parsing and when to use stringify. Okay, so that's why I have put this question here, because if you fail to answer, like if they begin with high level questions and if you fail to answer that, they are going to ask this. So yeah, just know the basic difference. Now show auth, I had directly faced this question, I think in PwC. It was, no, I think it was EY. Yeah. I had faced this question in EY and I think in PwC also, but first I had faced it in EY. Yeah.
When HR calls
Yeah. So in video I have explained it. It is having both basic on a OAuth implementation. Everything is done, and also I think post I have shared above already. Yeah, here is the documentation, so you can go through that. Then a scripted REST API to fetch all incidents. That same you can take the reference of scripted get that I have shared, active incidents by caller. I think some more get I have done. Yeah, there is this also get incidents param. It is actually an example of dynamic input. Then in post also have used dynamic input. Yeah, so you can take reference of any one of them and you can create this. Make and what you have to directly show it, and most probably they will tell you to code in notepad or in background script, and then you have to copy that code and run it in the scripted REST API. So yeah, making the above dynamic tell user, okay, that I already told just now, that updates change request based on request body. Yeah, you can take a reference from here. Write a scripted soap service. Yeah, take reference. Supports pagination. Pagination I have yet to record in one of the videos, so I will keep updating this. This is just the part 1, integration part 1. So not everything can be accumulated in one, right? So this is just the part 1. So I will keep updating this PDF that I have created, and you will get the links here, how you implemented, and you will get the links of all these things. Does not have but an API can send email notifications. How would you configure ServiceNow to process those inbound integration? Sorry, inbound email action. Yeah, you can. I will be showing that in my further videos. I'll be showing import web services, import API, and both means in REST and on SOAP. Both I'll show, and in next video I'll cover inbound email action. Then I think we will be done with inbound in next two videos. I'll also cover email APIs, like generic APIs I'll cover which they ask. So yeah, this is again about the dynamic thing. Hmm. In the REST message. So dynamic inputs I have shared till today in inbound integration, right? REST message is a part of outbound integration, and in there also you have dynamic inputs, because obviously, like you see it, it is inbound for you. Means sorry, it is outbound for you because you are sending data somewhere, but it the data where it is going for them, it is inbound, right? So obviously it will have the same pattern as we have in our scripted REST APIs generally. So yeah, that is it. If you learn anything from the video, please like, share and subscribe. I hope I am able to provide the valuable information, and I aim to create one stop solution. So yeah, you get everything here: video, documentation, testing, implementation, you name it, you have it. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.